Today we're gonna do a Mohawk South of France look with the blonde top. First we're gonna draw a guide, open the clip all the way. Turn the customer around so you can see the back. We're gonna get that guide nice and clean, get that area nice and cleaned up. Then we're gonna start blending underneath like the area, but we're not gonna go past the guide. We don't want to create another line. So we're gonna get that nice and close to ball, but it's not gonna be ball. Then we're gonna take the one guard, open it up, and we're gonna go halfway up, all the way around. We're not gonna adjust the clip. We're just gonna go all the way around with the clipper open with the one. Then we're gonna take the 1.5 guard, and then we're gonna go do the same thing, but we're gonna level out and we're gonna debulk the whole side pretty much. We're gonna go with the grain when we debulking, and then we're gonna flip the clipper upside down and we're gonna go up with it. So we're gonna start fading it out right away. And as you can see, his hair, it fades pretty good. You have customers like that hair fade real good. Pretty much with 2 clips you can see the fade almost coming out. When you take the half guard, we're gonna start taking out that line. We're gonna start with the clip in the open, like all the way open, and then we're gonna adjust it as we see fit to get that fade out. Alright, and as you can see, the customer's pretty sleepy, and I'm holding his head up as I cut. Sometimes, customers get in the chair and they get real comfortable in the chair and fall asleep. So I'm gonna do a little clip over comb towards the back. Hit it with a quick line. Sometimes you just want to see what the blend look like with the line up. So you take out the clipper and do the line real quick. Turn the customer around. We're gonna start the side of the line. Now that completes side 1, we're gonna flip to the next side. We're gonna draw a guide for the next side. Pretty much the same as we did for the first side. And if you're watching my videos for the first time, subscribe, like it, share it to whoever you think might need it. Follow me on Instagram, Sneed_the_barber. StrictlySkills.com. Everything for everything, Strictly Skills. So we're doing the same thing. We're cleaning up underneath the fade, underneath the first guide actually. Making sure it's nice and clean. So once the fade is complete, we don't have to come behind it and clean it up. Take the one guard, go up, no adjusting. Then we're going to take the 1.5 guard, and we're going to debulk the side. Going with the shape of the Mohawk. Gonna flip it over. Use the corner of the blade, pretty much the ends of the teeth, and fade out the Mohawk. So you see me switching up and down with the grain against the grain. And you got to do this as you see fit, because sometimes you might see, darker spots in the Mohawk, or in a fade, and you got to know how to attack it to where you could just lighten up that spot itself without putting an extra line in your fade. And this is the half guard that I'm using right now, and I'm using the corner of my blade to fade that Mohawk, to fade into the Mohawk, so it doesn't look, it just look like it's transitioning into the Hawk. And if you follow these steps that I do on these videos, fading will become easier because I'm not using a bunch of clips to do these fades. I might I'm slipping in a little bit of clip over comb because it's time consuming to have to keep picking up different clips. Then I pick my one guard up, and then I'm doing a lot of corner work with the blade just to fade, get my fade nice and clean. Yeah, I know you see the customer fading, but he trusts his barber because he's falling asleep and he's gonna wake up with a fresh cut. Now we're gonna pick out the hair and smoothen the hair off, because when you apply the sponge, you want to make sure it's nice and even so you get a nice little sponge work. So we're gonna debulk the front of the hair first, so when we line the hair, we get a nice crispy line. And actually, this is the worst part to fall asleep on, but I'm pretty experienced, so you know, it's cool. You always want to tape the front of the hair down, the front, the side, and the back, so when you put this line on it, it's just crispy, just like this. Shouts out to iCut Pro too, man. I got the blade from them, man. They do a good job with the blade. The iCut Pro, buy that pre-lined up blade, man. You got a good eye for them blades. It don't even cut you. Feel real nice. Pause. Nice tight line. Make sure you hold the guy head since he's falling asleep. Now we're gonna line up the back, finish lining up the back. See, you're not even flinching from this razor. It's smooth like that. And you're only as good as your tools, so always make sure you got good tools. Make sure they're nice and sharp, but sharp to the point where it doesn't cut the customer. Cause you know, people always say, you know, they have different clippers for the grown-ups and the kids. No, I want my clippers to be able to cut the kids and the grown-ups. Cause men don't want to feel super sharp tools. So shape up the other side. Professional pushback, you see that? His hair grew out too far, so always by the end of the eyebrow, like close to the end. Not close, not the end actually, but you know, close. So now we're gonna smooth off the top. I'm using my Masters with the fade blade on it, because when it comes to smoothing stuff off like this what it's made for. Nice and smooth. Yeah, this guy's in a coma, man. But you gotta know how to handle these type of customers. And once again, man, thanks for looking at these videos. Thanks for liking them. Thanks for sharing them. I really appreciate it. You know, I just started, but I'm gonna keep on coming with these videos. I do a lot of fades that I notice. So, you know, I record the videos as they come in, you know. I add a little bit of alcohol, a little water, and do this sponge brush. Give it a nice little look to it. You know, the Odell Beckham. A lot of people call us the Odell Beckham, the ODB. There's different ways when they come in your shop and they ask you, let me get the Odell Beckham. That's what you gotta do. And after you use the sponge brush, you always want to use the comb and comb down the sides to make the fade look smooth, because the top could be messed up, but you just want the fade to flow nice. Comb down the front and the side. Then you let the customer go, man. It's time. Time to go to your bed, brother. Can't sleep here no more.